You're watching Pulse for the 6th of July, and it's time for some Diablo news. In this week's episode, we take a look at the mention of some more leaked information from yet another rumored ex-Diablo 3 playtester, even more release date silliness, Act 4's length, the Book of Cain, and more. Let's get to it. In what's definitely the most interesting news this week, it seems to be the new thing to claim to be an ex-Diablo 3 playtester. Over the past week, a few things happened. Firstly, a person claiming to be an ex-Diablo 3 playtester set up a blog titled D3 Here on WordPress that was since then taken down. He told us that he had in fact played Diablo 3 in its entirety, including the current build. He gave a couple of disclaimers and rules saying that everything on the blog may well be entirely fictional and that he would not spoil any of the storyline or provide any visual proof of anything. But while up, he did answer a ton of questions that were left in the form of comments on the blog, and I really do mean a ton. I won't cover any of the questions here as I feel that would just be wrong. It's not really news, I suppose it's what you make of it. I will just say that most of them do sound pretty believable though. If you were wondering, the blog was shut down by its mysterious operator, allegedly in response to a cease and desist letter he received from Blizzard's lawyers. Ouch. He has since gone into hiding and we've not heard any more from him. So all that said, you can still find those answered questions from the D3 Here blog over at Diablo Inc. Gamers forums, if you care to give them a peek. Instead of flaming the guy for being a troll, saying that he's a douche for snitching, calling shenanigans, or doing anything else of the sort, I'd rather just thank him for a pretty interesting read, true or false. And I suppose thank him for, if it is in fact all a lie, spending the time and putting the effort in to make it all as convincing as it seems. Check it all out below and be sure to let me know what you think. Does it all sound believable enough to be true, or is it all one big fake? Next up, some more Diablo 3 release date rumors. Yes, don't even get me started on how many of these we've seen and how many we'll no doubt still see in the coming months. But according to GotGame.com, an inside source has revealed that Activision Blizzard is pushing to release Diablo 3 by November this year, and has employees working, now this is where things get a little crazy, from 9 AM to 2 AM daily to finish polishing content. The guys at Diablo Inc. Gamers say that those hours are pretty normal though, and that when it's crunch time no one gets sleep, and in the off chance that they do, it's probably at the office. So yes, another rumored release date. I've lost count of all the others before this one, but hey, we knew Blizzard was trying to push for a 2011 release anyway, so if you like the rumors and want to get caught up in them, you can read more below. A new and pretty interesting piece of Diablo 3 related merchandise recently appeared and then subsequently disappeared from Amazon.com. Said merchandise was in fact a book with the title Diablo: The Eternal Conflict, the Illustrated Guide, or as the cover says, and most call it, the Book of Cain. It was available for pre-order via Amazon for a short amount of time, and the official product info was the following. In Blizzard Entertainment's Diablo and Diablo 2, the recurring character of Deckard Cain delivered quests, accompanied the brave adventurer, and, as the last of the Horodrim, provided a link to the greater history of the world of Sanctuary. Ever mysterious during these appearances, Cain hinted at a larger story, providing snippets of it in his notebook. Diablo 3 Book of Cain is Cain's formal record of this greater tale, a dissertation on the lore of the Diablo universe, told by one who has witnessed and participated in some of the epic events that make up the eternal conflict between the high heavens and the burning hells. Designed as an in-world artifact from the Diablo universe, Diablo 3 Book of Cain includes Cain's revealing meditations, as well as dozens of sketches and color artworks depicting the angelic and demonic beings who wage constant war with one another. For players of the eagerly anticipated Diablo 3, this mysterious tome will provide a deeper understanding of the franchise and its storyline. Wow, now that's one book I would very much like to own. Before you get too excited though, there's apparently no new plot info in it or anything from Diablo 3. This is just a recounting of everything that has happened prior to Diablo 3 in the first couple of games. So I've been told that this is still listed on the European Amazon sites with a release date set in November. Some are even saying it might come with a collector's edition of Diablo 3 and was put on sale by accident. I very much doubt that though. Anyway, if you're interested in what seems to be Blizzard's next Diablo book, check Book of Cain's journal out on the official site, or check any of the other posts linked below. Then, before carrying on to the art updates, we have one quick question and answer. Sadly, though, it's an answer that looks very similar to one we received to the very same question before. I guess that does make sense though. So a fan recently asked the following: why did Act 4 only have 3 quests? Did they run out of time? Will it be like this in Diablo 3? Bashiok replied with the following: whether Diablo 2 did it purposefully or not, we very much like the feeling of acceleration towards the end of the game, with gradually shorter acts as you go. I can't yet speak for the actual playtime versus what Diablo 2 provided. Although we aim to hit the same amount of time, I think we're quite a bit over. In any case, we want the player to accelerate toward the final conclusion, so the last act will certainly be the shortest. How do you guys and girls feel about that? Do you see it as accelerating toward the end of the game, or just slacking towards the date of release? I'm definitely gonna go with the former and just add: did anyone not enjoy Diablo 2 and its short 4th act? That's what I thought. Well, I just assumed that you said you did enjoy it. Anyway, check that full, if already known, question and answer below. In our rather short yet interesting art updates for this week, I will first just mention that, well, this is not really an art update at all, but hey, I had to put it somewhere, that the Reddit Diablo page has now received its long-awaited overhaul. It does indeed look pretty cool, and you can head on over to r/Diablo to check it out right now. Next up, in a rather special fan art watch number 100 from the guys over at Diablo Inc. Gamers, we have Tyrael and his armor recreated in Elder Scrolls Oblivion. This armor was a mod made by a user named Zertual, and man does it look amazing. I would absolutely love to see it in-game and in motion. But anyway, check that out in full size below, or watch the video right here on YouTube. Oh, and lastly, a big congrats to the guys over at Diablo Inc. Gamers for their 100th fan art watch post. With that done, let's head on over to the Diablo 3 Smalls. In this week's Diablo 3 Smalls, you can read how Blizzard is hiring hackers. You can check out the Diablo podcast number 18, Monk Skill Changes. You can check out Stillman Slab number 45, Templar Might, WikiWatch number 58, Fireworks and Updates. Then some sort of new Demon Hunter artwork. We did see this before, so I didn't really see it worth featuring that in the art updates. You can check out a poll, the future of item selling. You can check out the latest Diablo cast, Buy Your Way, Purgatory for June the 4th, and lastly, Blizzard's Titan is a casual MMO. That's also something we kind of already knew. That is sadly all there is in the Diablo news of this past week. Keep checking back here soon for more. Like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe, but most importantly, happy fake Diablo 3 playtesting.